First at 6, State Representative Michelle Grimm introducing the Ohio Safe Homes Act, a bill that would strengthen the rights of domestic and sexual violence survivors. Thanks for joining us. I'm Aaron Levy.
And I'm Juliana Fafari. The bill would make it easier for survivors to break their leases or leave their living situation when it's dangerous. NBC 24's Sutton Donovan spoke to Representative Grimm and the YWCA to learn more about this bill. Sutton.
Aaron, Juliana, officials told me this bill could save lives. With many victims of domestic and sexual violence still living with their abusers, this bill would allow them to leave their lease without any penalties. Ohio is one of 10 states with no protections for tenants in domestic violence situations, according to State Representative Michelle Grimm.
And so if you are a victim, you cannot, in Ohio, break your lease without repercussions. So we all know what that means. If you break a lease, it is almost impossible for you to find your next place to live.
But Representative Grimm and local leaders joined together in an effort to change that as they spoke out for the Ohio Safe Homes Act on Monday. The bill was introduced into the Ohio House last week by Representative Grimm and focuses on empowering survivors.
So this is a piece of legislation that allows, with the right criteria in place, victims now to break those leases and not have those penalties holding over their head.
Survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault, often they live with their abuser, or their abuser knows where they live. So sometimes they need to terminate a lease to leave for safety concerns. So, it's really important to make sure that we empower survivors. They're able to leave when they're able.
The bill is something that Lisa McDuffie, the president and CEO of the YWCA, says is needed here in Lucas County. Last year, the YWCA had 531 admissions into their emergency domestic violence shelter.
They picked up and they moved and they came to us, but they're coming fearful, thinking, what am I now going to do, because I have a lease in my name and I've been reminded that I could never leave because I would be ruined. If this legislation passes, it is really the freedom to allow victims, survivors, to really pick themselves up and truly have a new leash on life.
The legislation will continue through the House, though McDuffie encouraged citizens and landlords to not wait for this legislation.
If there is a survivor who has come to you and said, I desperately need to get out of my lease because I'm in a domestic violence relationship, trust them. Do the right thing, let them out.
Representative Grimm and Lisa McDuffie encouraged citizens to make their voices heard and also contact their representatives about this legislation. Reporting live in Toledo, Sutton Donovan, NBC 24 News.